honored to bring the word of God to us today. Yesterday, I had a privilege to go to a wedding ceremony at Machakos, and I came back very much tired, and that's why I did not make for morning prayers. But one thing that was so clear to me yesterday was the look of faces with the people that I met yesterday. I met with my church members from Ushago, and you know the brother who was getting married is not far from me in terms of age, and they were all looking at me in suggestion to say that you are the next. And you know that has been also the case here. When we are having a wedding, when I meet people are like, we are waiting. I was like, should I tell these people sipang gwingwi? But I've heard you, and very soon that will be coming. Today I want us to share the word of God. We are still in the series, Trustworthiness. And I want to present a man in the Bible who was trustworthy. And that man is Joseph. I read the whole passage, Genesis chapter 39, verse 1 to verse 23. We all know the story about Joseph. We've heard it time and again. We know what happened to him. We know what he went through and how he came to the palace of this man and this king, Pharaoh. That is happening later in later chapters. But today I want to preach from chapter 39. And I'll read verse 1. Now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt. Potiphar, an Egyptian, who was one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard, bought him from the Ishmaelites, who had taken him there. The Lord was with Joseph, so that he prospered, and he lived in the house of his Egyptian master. When his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord gave him success in everything, Potiphar put him in charge of his household, and he entrusted to his care everything he owned. Verse 5. From the time he put him in charge of his household and of all that he owned, the Lord blessed the household of the Egyptian because of Joseph. The blessing of the Lord was on everything Potiphar owned, both in the house and in the field. So Potiphar left everything he had in Joseph's care. With Joseph in charge, he did not concern himself with anything except and of Joseph, and said, "Come to bed with me." But he refused. "With me in charge," he told her, "my master does not concern himself with anything in the house. Everything he owns, he has entrusted to my care." Verse 9. "No one is greater in this house than I am. My master has withheld nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" And though she spoke to Joseph day after day, he refused to go to bed with her or even to be with her. One day he went into the house to attend to his duties, and none of the house servants was inside. She caught him by his cloak and in her hands and ran out of the house. Verse 13. When she saw that he had left his cloak in her hand and had run out of the house, she called her house servants, "Look," she said,